Welcome. We're going to go over the Eternal Dragon on 120 Doom Tower Hard. I have 24 minutes of footage that I recorded last night. Trying to go through here and use the exact same team that I used in other videos. Now, my normal team would have Brogni in there. So if you have a Brogni, if you have a Valkyrie, if you have a Martyr, those are really good champions to use. There's tons of others, but we are going to use this along with Apothecary. That's actually who we're going to put in, Apothecary. And it's not 100% runs. You have to run through here and you have to make sure that you get that decrease attack up on the boss. It's all about just having that decrease attack up on the boss. If you can keep that up and you have decent gear, you don't have to worry about having high resistance. You can have all your skills put on cooldown. That's what we do here. That way we're kind of going around the mechanic of the boss. It's actually not good for us to do that. You want to have high resistance so you don't have your skills on cooldown. That's the main play for this boss. Or to kill that priest and to put his skills on cooldown. We're not doing any of that. We're bringing in people we do have high resistance on Apothecary because he needs nothing else but high resistance on Apothecary. That's it. To get that decrease attack up and keep that decrease attack up. If it falls off, we're gonna die. This guy gets enraged when he eats his priest. He then takes 2 turns back-to-back AoE, which is massive. But if we have all these passives, if we have Veraskin here giving us passive healing, if we have Apothecary with high resistance, because Apothecary doesn't need any special gear. We just give him really high resistance and that's it. He'll do the increased speed. He'll do the heals every 2 turns. We've got passive healing from Scylla Drakes. We've got our fire, our burns from Drexthar Blood Twin, plus we're using Drexthar's accuracy lead. And then over here, we've got Jarrig for that decrease attack and his passive ability to give us regens. Now, if you have a Vogoth, you can use a Vogoth in here instead of Scylla Drakes, or you can use a Vogoth instead of Vrask. This passive healing is what it's all about. To get through here, to do it in this fashion. Because again, we're going around how we're really supposed to be playing this boss. We just get that decreased attack up because we're doing that on his A1. There's a lot of other good champions out there like Padma that can do decreased attack. So whatever you have to use, but you still need a lot of passive healing in here because we're going to take damage. And if we don't keep that, like we don't have the decreased attack up right now. And dead. People are dead. We get pretty far, but we still die on this run. It took me about 7 runs to have a really clean run where everybody survived till the end. Let's get forward to that. This is 5 runs later, and we lost Scylla the Drakes again. She just keeps dying. I don't know if she's too weak to get through here, if I changed gear on her or what, but she keeps falling off. But we're still going to be able to beat this because I guess we didn't have that decreased attack up, and now we do. And even though her passive healing of 10% every turn isn't on, it's okay. We're still going to be able to make it through here. We're getting all those burns up passively through Drexthar Blood Twin and his passive whenever he's attacked. And we're getting up enough burns and we're staying alive right here with that decreased attack. We've got decreased defense up on all our people and Jarrig's passive ability to give us that regen along with counterattack masteries. Remember, counterattack masteries are really, really good here because we're taking so much damage, we're going to counterattack quite often. And Jarrig counterattacking to reapply that decreased attack is good. Vrask counterattacking to get that heal up is really a lifesaver. So if you have counterattack accessories, which we didn't have back when this guy came out, if you can put counterattack accessories on your Jarrig and your Vrask or anybody else who does some kind of passive healing or debuff, it would be really good. So I did win that one, but I was like, you know what? I'm tired of Scylla of the Drakes dying. And I wanted to use her because everybody gets her. But you might not have a Doom Priest, but I just want to show you what I've used because the main thing is a lot of people have been asking me how to get past the Eternal Dragon on 120 Doom Tower Hard. And they've also said that my previous video showing this same exact team and like 5 other variations of this team were not working now. And they are, in fact, working now. I did this last night. So we got the decreased attack up right away. I think you're going to see some amazing counterattacks in here too. Decrease attack. That's all it's about. If there's some way that you can keep that decrease attack up with your roster, whatever it is, or if you have a Brogni, it'll really help out with really high resistance with those shields to heal you. You'll be able to get past here. But you do, like this is not full auto because we have to select the dragon when we get here. We have the dragon selected. We still have decreased attack up, so those 2 hits aren't a big deal. We've got Doom Priest in here removing now the decreased defense if those guards put it up. Kind of. She kind of removes it, kind of does sometimes. I don't know. She didn't there because the timing didn't work out properly. She didn't take a turn yet. but that it's all about, I mean, that's it. It's just about that decrease attack. So if you can keep that up somehow, if you bring in somebody that's amazing for that, and you don't have to worry about their skills going on cooldown, that's the main thing, is that you don't want to have to worry about that high resistance, because you need that accuracy to apply these debuffs on the dragon. So you can have all your skills reset as long as somebody is here to give this passive healing like Varash does, because he doesn't need skills. Doom Priest doesn't need skills. Apothecary does need his skills. So if you're bringing Apothecary in and he doesn't have high resistance, don't do it. We need him to be able to use his healing, to be able to use his increased speed. Otherwise, use somebody else. Use a Vogoth, use Borgoth. We use that one guy too, Vogoth, and we use the other one too. I can't remember his name. The one that gives himself a regen and then can also spread damage out. We've used in my previous video so many different champions this exact same way. Padma, we used her with a decreased attack she has on her A1. She doesn't have the passing healing like Jarek does, but she does have a much higher percentage to keep this decreased attack up. This wasn't a clean run. Let's get to the clean run. I actually think we might have won this one if we have enough time for all the burns to set in. Nope, I'm a liar. We're at 4 minutes, and he's down to 10% health. Everybody's still looking great. Back up. We're going to hit there and get some more life back. Decreased attack has been up this whole entire time, which is kind of hard with Jarek because he doesn't have a 100% chance to apply it. We're removing those debuffs, getting our heals back again. I think there were some really good counterattacks in this one that we didn't get to see. We got hit hard. Our counterattack mastery kicked in. Again, if you have counterattack accessories, really good on that person applying that decreased attack like Jarek, and super good on Vrask. And that was it. That was a really clean one. Let's go look at these guys because Stalwart gear also will help you out. I think I have Stalwart gear on Vrask. I should have Stalwart gear on Doom Priest because we're only taking, like, the majority of the damage is AoE damage. So if we can negate that, it's going to really save our team. We'll start it off with Apothecary. He just has a speed set on, a little bit of resistance here, and he has a resistance banner. Apothecary needs nothing but resistance. Doesn't even matter. You can get up to 250 speed. The dragon starts at 250 speed. If you want a manual so that you make sure you get your decrease attack up right away with someone, you could do that. That way he gives the turn meter increase, the increased speed, you get that decrease attack off. You'll start off better and probably have a higher chance of winning it. That's all the special gear we have. Here are the total stats. 3,000 defense, 5,300 HP, and I don't really care about the crit rate, although he can crit heal. You just want that resistance. Masteries, we just got resistance mastery, and I think this is set up for something else. I don't know what, but the resistance mastery helps us get to that resistance we need so we don't get the skill on cooldown. His skill's on cooldown. All right, let's go over to, what do we have next on our list? Jarek or Vrask? Can I find him? There he is. There's Jarek. Is he in? He is not. He is in a resistance set, but I didn't see him. Yeah, I didn't see this resistance helping at all. You need around 300 and something resistance to resist the decreased defense, and then you need 400 and something resistance to resist having your skills put on cooldown. So this resistance, you don't even need to worry about it. We want him to put his skills on cooldown. If he does this ability here with Ally Protect, he's going to die. That AoE attack will kill him no matter what because he's soaking up all that damage. So you never want him to resist the boss. You just want him to come in and use his passive ability to give us these regens whenever we lose 20% of our max HP. And then we want this decrease attack. Gotta have it. So he's not really in any special gear. We just needed the accuracy. He's got HP, and speed boots. Everything else probably HP. That way he loses 20% of his max HP. We get that regen on and he tries to heal it back. Now, I do believe my Vrask looks pretty cool. Oh yeah, I used this guy before. Not with this gear, but I used him before, and I used Vogoth before, and we've used some other ones. Let me try to find anybody with some kind of passive healing to keep your team alive while your burns kill the boss. He is in a Stalwart set. So he's got a pretty good Stalwart set. To be in Stalwart with HP, and speed at 100% crit rate might not be the easiest thing for you. 100% crit rate, I don't care about the critical damage. We just need the crit rate so we can get the heal. And then good HP. That means every time he attacks, even with a counterattack, we get to heal all allies 10% of his max HP. Really great champion. And if you do have counterattack accessories, slap them on this guy. Slap him on and make sure that you do have masteries to counterattack. Make sure you have this one right here, because you will counterattack all the time. And if you have those accessories, you're going to counterattack even more and keep your team alive. It'll be much easier. Who was the other person we had? We had Drexstar Blood Twin. Oh, we had, at one time, we had a Doom Priest, right? Doom Priest. Okay, Doom Priest might be in Stalwart because she doesn't need anything special. We don't care about her A2, her second ability, at all. We've got good HP, good speed, and resistance doesn't matter. We don't even care about the resistance. All we need with her is Stalwart to keep her alive if you want to. I think it helps out a lot. All that AoE damage, and just her to be there to remove debuffs and give us that passive healing. We do not care about this ability at all. It's going to be put on cooldown anyway, so all she's going to do is her A1. All we want to do is stay alive while the burns kill the dragon. And Drexstar Blood Twin, most people have a pretty tanky Drexstar. It just needs to have decent defense. High HP is what I like. That way heal him for more. He already comes with really good defense, so this defense of 3,000 is great. And then whatever kind of HP you can get with 3,000 defense, whatever speed you can get. Mine is pretty fast, I will admit. And then any kind of empowerment that you see here, do you see empowerment with, I think you do here. Oh, there's no empowerment. Okay, good. I'm not using any kind of faction empowerment to Classic Arena, Great Hall. Oh, there's faction guardians. I'm sorry. Not empowerment. He's not empowered. I didn't want to do that with these champions and show you like a +4 beating it. But we did this before without faction guardians. We did this before without all this additional. I just didn't want to go take it off for this video. He is in a lifesteal set. This is how I prefer him. HP, speed. We don't need high defense. We really don't need crazy high defense. He doesn't do damage from defense that much. It's all about his burns. And I want him to have good HP. That way the heals come in. They're usually some kind of regen heal or heals based off of some kind of HP that this person has. The person being healed. So I want him to be at a good HP. Something like Scylla Drake's healing him is based off of his HP, 10%. Even Doom Priest. So I want his HP to be fairly good. We've got defense. Oh, well, I've got defense here. So for you, you could have accuracy if you needed accuracy. You don't need to worry about resistance because we don't need to have him do his A2 skill. We just need to have him do his A1 all the time, and then his passive will take care of the rest. And then mastery-wise, I have him set up to do damage when we're doing like the Griffin. So we've got Giant Slayer, a sniper to have a higher chance to apply the burn, and then to extend the burn for a longer period. And then our girl who was dying all the time. Why was she dying all the time? I don't know why. She's even got HP, speed, and I'm sure she's got some mix of defense in here. Maybe just too much HP. No, she's got 3,000. 3,000 defense. I have no idea why she was dying. I really don't. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. She survives everywhere else. I've got her to do stuns. So we've got a stun set on her to double up on the stun she does, and this is the way I love to play her, going through the Doom Tower waves. If you're going to do a free-to-play through Doom Tower waves. But that's all the champions. You let me know your thoughts down below. Are you still having difficulty with it? Is it not working out for you? If you know of a really good strategy, let us all know. So everyone has a chance to beat this. We only have 1 day left. 1 day and 23 hours. So almost 2 days. I don't know. By the time you watch this video, it could be 1 day, it could be a day and a half. I hope you can get past it. I wish you all the best of luck. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you all in a video soon.